The scene of the crime. Okay, so I came out to do my alternator, and I looked online to see what information I could find. Not a whole lot about it. It's a CRD diesel. So, as we get into it, you got to get your alternator belt off. Okay, so I have a belt routing plan that I found on another video. Okay, which shows belt tensioner being number 5. Belt tensioner number 5. Okay, so try and get on that. Not too easy. Not with the turbo and pipe, which you take this bracket off. Okay, that was across here. And that gives you access to the pipe going down to the turbo. But there is the air horn in the way here, down in here. That is now freewheeling down there loose. Okay, because you have to unbolt that 2 bolts, the inverted Torx. Jeez, what would they be? Can't remember the size. 8mm, I think. Anyway, you get on that. Once you get that off, you can get onto the belt tensioner right there, and you can put a 17mm wrench on that. I had to put a pipe on it, snipe it, pulled it forward, got my wife to unhook the belt off the alternator, which is down here. Okay, now how are you going to get at that, right? Yeah, because in the way is your air filter and box. You have to take all that out over here. You also have a pipe coming from your cooler, so you're going to end up taking off the front of your Jeep, which is here. Now they have a bunch of these little clip tabs, and what happens is you just lift the center up with those, and I don't know if you got one of these, but you just pry them out after you pop the center, and they all pop out all across the top. Anyway, that comes out. There's a pipe attached to the air cooler for the turbo that comes out, that's in the way of the lift here, or access to actually get at the alternator. But as you can see, once you've got this stuff out of the way, well, and I might as well go back over here. I missed a point. I took out the battery and battery tray to give me access, because this side you've got the air cooler pipe. Where is it? Way down. I don't know if you could see it down there, but anyway, it attaches onto the other side of that air muffler that is in the way and in front of the belt tensioner. So I had to take out the battery and battery tray, which you always unhook your battery when you're working on stuff. Okay, so once you get in here, you can easily take out the top bolts. You can access the bottom. You have to take off the skid shield off the bottom of the Jeep so that you can reach up inside there and get at that. Okay, all said and done. Once you get to that point, there's the cable that comes down onto it and a clip on the back of the alternator, as well as in behind there is, you can just make it out in there, that round thing in behind the alternator. That is actually an engine mount. Okay, you're gonna have to loosen that bolt right off. Loosen that bolt from underneath, and it is at 18 mil, I believe. You're gonna need a deep socket, which I had down there. Once you loosen off the engine mounting bracket, you can block up the engine underneath. I used a hydraulic jack to jack it up and lift it up. That gives you enough clearance to actually get through here, otherwise you'll never get through here. I read of people bending pipes out of the way to do that. Not a good plan. Not in my eyes. I think you're gonna get in trouble. You start bending any of the refrigerant lines for your air conditioning. Okay, so once you've got that jacked up, you can pull out the old alternator, and Okay, you're going to want to put it back in, but you can't get it in. You can't put it in and then put the bolts in. They all have to be in place as you get it into position. How are you going to keep the bolts from falling out? Here's what I did. I took a piece of my old trusty Pilsner beer can and I popped some holes through it. Now, 4 of them. I stuck them on the back side of the alternator on all 4 bolts. We put it down in position. Had a hell of a time struggling with that thing to get it, to hold it while you're down there and get the bolts started. Plus, I was tired last night. Anyway, my neighbor came by and he helped just at the right time. He helped hold it. Once you get one of them started, you can take the pressure off yourself from holding it and get one started, get the second one started. You can pull it back a bit, pull these tabs off, then go underneath, work from underneath the engine, get at the other 2 existing bolts underneath, reach up and get those. You can put the connector on the back, lower it back down. I put on the cable from up above here, and the rest of it goes back into place the same way. Anyway, I hope this helps. I didn't think I'd have to actually raise the engine up in order to clear it, but it's tight. I can't see that there's any other way to do it than that. And they put that mount right in behind it, so it seems like it's kind of a no-brainer. You're going to have to get up on that in order to access and remove the alternator. Anyway, this is CRD 3.0 turbo diesel, manufactured by Mercedes. This is a 2007. I noticed the 8s have a little bit different turbo muffler on the front, but they're virtually the same, I think. Maybe they made them easier to access, but a 2007, you're going to have to break the motor mount, lift the motor up from underneath a bit, and good luck. I hope this helps you out. It's a pain in the ass. Thanks. Bye.